God bless you, everybody. Happy Sunday. Good morning. He pursues the prodigals. He pursues the prodigals. God pursues the prodigals. God never ignores nor pushes away his children. But one thing that God does is that God corrects and disciplines his children. Our devotional text comes out of the book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verses 5 and 6, reading from the English Standard Version. And the word of the Lord says, "Fear not, for I am with you. I will bring your offspring from east and from the west. I will gather you. I will say to the north, give up, and to the south, don't withhold. Bring my sons from afar, and my daughters from the end of the earth." The New Revised Standard Version puts it this way, and the word of the mighty God tells us, "Do not fear, for I am with you. I will bring your offspring from the east, and from the west I will gather you. I will say to the north, give them up, and to the south, do not withhold. Bring my sons from far away, and my daughters from the end of the earth." The Message Bible says, "So don't be afraid. I'm with you. I'll round up all your scattered children, pull them in front, pull them in from east and west. I'll send orders north and south. Send them back. Return my sons from distant lands, my daughters from faraway places. I want them back." Wow. Wow. The Amplified Bible. "Fear not, for I am with you. I will bring your offspring from the east where they are dispersed, and gather you from the west. I will say to the north, give up, and to the south, keep not back. Bring my sons from afar, my daughters from the ends of the earth." The New Living Translation says, "So do not be afraid, for I am with you. I will gather you and your children from east and west. I will say to the north and south, bring my sons and daughters back to Israel from the distant corners of the earth." And the Good News Translation says, "Do not be afraid. I am with you from the distant east and the farthest west. I will bring your people home. I will tell the north to let them go, and the south not to hold them back. Let my people return from distant lands, from every part of the world." And when we look at the word prodigal, when someone is called prodigal, they are one who spends or gives lavishly and foolishly. Okay? When we look at the prodigal son, when we look at how what prodigal means, it means wasteful. Because we know that one of the prodigal sons wasted his inheritance on things that he did not need. And it was the younger one, the one that went away and even came back, and his father recognized him. And when he saw him coming, he was so excited because he shared that how his son was lost and now he is found. Many of us were lost. But when God found us, he welcomed us, he loved us, he corrected us, he changed us, he washed us, he cleansed us. When we chase after God, what we've been praying about and seeking God for will chase after us. Bring your family to the Lord. Give them to the Lord. Even when people turn away from God, God does not turn away from them. You can't treat God any old kind of way or talk to God any old kind of way. When you come in God's presence, respect God in his house. God knows how to get his children's attention and how to bring them home, no matter how far they go or no matter where they may hide. It's time for us to go after the people who don't know Jesus and tell them about Jesus. God is determined and raising up people who are going to go after those who are lost. God does not worry. He does not fret. He goes after what belongs to him. He goes after the children that are lost, that need to be found, that need him, that need a savior, that need a redeemer, that need a safe place. Even those who are lost, we cannot forget about them. We cannot reject them or neglect them. They need God and prayer too. Even when we walk away from God, he welcomes us back with open arms. Even though we may not know what God may be doing, we know that God is working and God is moving. And God is a promise keeper. Let me tell you, God is a heart fixer, a mind regulator, a promise keeper. When people break your heart, God fixes your heart. Whatever you may be going through, give it to God and let God carry you through it. Just how the prodigal son was able to find his way back. And he knew that the life that he lived wasn't a good life. He lived a life that was pleasing to him and not pleasing to God. And he realized that. And he acknowledged that he came to his father. So let's be honest with God. Come on. Let's be honest with God. Let's be real with God. Come on. No matter how young or old you are, God can still use you. And so when we look at the younger son, the younger prodigal son who was lost, even at your lowest point, you can still call out to God, and God will hear you, and God will come to your rescue. Because the thing is that God knows how to find those who call out to him. When he hears their voice and knows them, he follows where their voice is. Just how when we hear the voice of God and we know it's God and we follow the voice of God, we can find God. God bless you.